Good day everyone, I am Kimberly Torreon and today I will be tackling about Article 1489 of the Civil Code of the Philippines, which deals with the capacity to buy or sell. Article 1489 of the Civil Code states that all persons who are authorized in this code to obligate themselves may enter into a contract of sale, saving the modifications in the following articles. Were necessaries sold and delivered to a minor or other person without capacity to act, he must pay a reasonable price therefore. Necessaries are those referred to in Article 290, such as food or sustenance, dwelling or shelter, clothing and medical attendance, or services, goods, and expenses that are deemed necessary. So, first things first, who are these persons authorized by the code to obligate themselves? So, these persons are those who can enter a contract legally because once they can enter a contract legally, they can then be allowed to enter a contract of sale or have the capacity to buy or sell. These people are called person with capacity. But there are exceptions to this rule. As stated by Article 1489, it is subjected to modifications in the following articles, namely Article 1490 and Article 1491. Moreover, if the person suffers from incapacity such as either absolute or relative incapacity, that person is not allowed to enter in a contract of sale. So there are two kinds of incapacity. First, absolute incapacity refers to persons who cannot bind themselves in any case, such as minors, insane or demented persons, and deaf-mute who cannot read and write at all. And second, relative incapacity is the type of incapacity that depends on the person and property involved. So, relative incapacity will not be dwelled too much in my topic discussion because this will be talked about in Article 1490. Now that we've established the persons with capacity and the persons without capacity, what is the difference if a person with capacity and a person without capacity enters in a contract of sale? So first, if a person with capacity enters in a contract of sale, it is considered valid. Meanwhile, if a person without capacity enters in a contract of sale, it is voidable, meaning it is enforceable or valid, but it can be voided after. And also, if a person without capacity enters in a contract of sale where he or she bought necessaries such as food, clothing, shelter, or medical attendance, it is valid as long as there is no intervention from his or her guardian or parent. So, for example, Monday, who is still 14 years old, inherited a parcel of land and a couple of vehicles from her deceased father. She wanted to sell and dispose of these properties because selling them would greatly help to sustain their daily needs. Applying the cited laws in jurisprudence, Monday does not have the capacity to enter in a contract of sale. Hence, if she disposed any of the properties she inherited before she became of age, the contract of sale is considered voidable. Therefore, she can only sell them when she become of age. So how about this? What if your 5-year-old niece ordered some fried chicken in Food Panda without the intervention or the knowledge of any of the guardians or parents around in the house? Is this sale considered valid or voidable? So this is actually considered valid. And lastly is the sale by minors, wherein minors will still be liable for contract despite not being of age or despite being persons without capacity. In this, the courts have laid down a rule that in the sale of a real estate by minors who pretended to be of legal age when in fact they are not is valid. They will not be permitted to excuse themselves from the fulfillment of the obligation contracted by them, or to have them annulled in the pursuance of the provisions of the law. The reason for the minor being still held liable for the contract despite being not of age is because of the doctrine of estoppel. Another example of when a sale by a minor is considered valid is when he or she enters in a contract of sale that is authorized by the court. So to reiterate, A person with capacity who enters in a contract of sale is considered valid. Meanwhile, a person without capacity who enters in a contract of sale is considered voidable. Pwede siya ma-void after. But if the person without capacity enters in a contract of sale and buys or sells necessaries, then that is considered valid. That's all. Thank you.